Let's turn now to exploring the Shema, discussions on the issues of Trinity, and let's just jump right into the study that we've got available for tonight. Remember, we're working our way through, let me scroll down here, there we go. We're working our way through this chart that CARM has supplied for us. We looked at the fact that in Matthew and in Colossians, we serve God the Father, and we serve God the Son. We looked at that last week. Let's turn now to the fact that, and we're only going to use one passage to do this, so this will be a very unique show tonight. The fact that according to CARM's chart, we believe in God the Father in John 14:1, and yet by the same token, by Yeshua's own very words, we must then therefore believe in God the Son. And that's the impact of what Yeshua is presenting to us. Let's just turn right to it. John 14:1 is the only passage in CARM's chart here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to supply some extra material for my own commentaries, and we're going to look at this idea of belief, of faith, and how that in the mind of the scriptural writers, starting from Genesis all the way through the New Testament, faith is a component that God expects his people to eventually possess. Faith in God is the heart of our covenant relationship with God. We must have faith in God. At the same time, this faith in God will bring in faith in Messiah. If it's genuine faith in God, then it's designed to lead us to faith in his Messiah. And that's what Yeshua is going to bring out in the John passage here. I suppose I should highlight that right there. John is going to record that Yeshua told us that if you believe in God, you must believe in me. And so that is really the challenge that he's giving to them and he's giving to us. This faith in God, or believe in God, belief in God, is going to be expressed as faith in the Son. But for our commentary tonight, what I'm going to do is expand this and play with this word faith and show that how that in the mind of the biblical writers, faith alone was not the end of the plan that God had for mankind. It's not faith that would stop and just exist all by itself. Faith in God was supposed to also lead to faithfulness to his covenant. So faith gives rise to faithfulness. And then faithfulness becomes the vindicating markers of genuine faith. Like James said, show me your faith without your works, and I'll show you my faith by my works, to paraphrase what he talked about there. So we'll play with this idea tonight. And in doing so, just to kind of give you a sneak peek, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the book of John and look at that the passage where Yeshua talks about if you believe in God, you should also believe in me, right? This word faith, we'll look at that Greek word pisteuo, which is the verb to have faith or to believe in. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to turn to some material that I've got on my Galatians commentary. We looked at this over the holiday break, and so I'll keep picking at this. Covenantal nomism and justification, this idea that in the first century, faith and faithfulness were two sides of one coin, and they were very important parts when it came to covenant membership and what God expected of us as his people. How do faith and faithfulness work together? As a test case, what we'll look at is we will turn to Galatians chapter 3 once again. We'll drop down into the passage and we'll look how Paul uses and plays with this word faith, the Greek word pisteuo, or some cognate of it, and we'll see how it plays against faithfulness and covenant membership and being counted as righteous or justified in God's sight. We'll also see how David Stern picks up on this idea of faith and faithfulness when he quotes from the Habakkuk passage that Paul uses in Galatians chapter 3. We'll look at his rendering the complete Jewish Bible. And then we'll turn once again finally to my own commentary in Galatians, and we'll look at the Habakkuk passage where Paul is quoting from, where he talks about the just shall live by faith. Is it the just living by faith or by faithfulness? Which part of that coin is he focusing on? Things like that. So that's where we're going to go. To be an unusual Shema study night, so just sit back and relax and enjoy the break from the normal format where it's just normally just Trinity type studies. Okay, so let's go back to the chart and let's just jump into it. CARM has a chart where they challenge us that we believe in God the Father in John 14:1, and therefore, because Yeshua is very God veiled in flesh, we must believe in the Son with equal sameness. The belief goes both ways. So let's just look at that. Yeshua says in John 14:1, quote, "Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God," pisteuo, right? Pisteuo is the Greek word. Pisteuo eis ton theon. Believe in God, and, or kai eis eme pisteuo. Believe also in me. So let's just look at the Greek, Let's look at this Greek phrase right there.